Benghazi. Benghazi's back in the headlines today because tensions between the Pentagon and the House Select Committee on Benghazi have erupted. Hello, this is Charles Benninghoff, and today I'll discuss our efforts to put an end to Obama's Benghazi cover-up. The Benghazi attack took place almost 4 years ago on September 11, 2012, and the Department of Defense has been refusing to comply with congressional subpoenas that entire time, even while claiming that the Benghazi Committee is a partisan investigation designed to hurt Hillary Clinton. Clinton, you remember, was Obama's Secretary of State at the time of the Benghazi attack. It is an admitted fact that the Obama administration was providing guns to ISIL through the Muslim Brotherhood. We are calling now on Congress to arrest any State Department employee or Department of Defense employee or any other federal bureaucrat who's participating in the Benghazi cover-up. If you need more information on this, just keep watching and I'll explain everything. But if you agree with us at this point that this cover-up has gone on too long, click the link appearing on your screen now to be taken to our action page and tell Congress to start slapping handcuffs on Obama's Benghazi cover-up team. The Department of Defense sent a letter to Benghazi Committee in April claiming it just doesn't have the time to comply with interview and subpoena requests. The chairman of the Benghazi Committee, Congressman Trey Gowdy, fired back and pointed out that the Pentagon recently did a full investigation of a terrorist attack in Afghanistan, and that took only 2 months. But because these federal agencies are protecting Obama and Hillary Clinton, the agencies have gone to extraordinary lengths to hide the truth from us. Obama went so far to cover up what really happened in Benghazi that he forced witnesses to change their identities so that Congress would not be able to interview them. Here is what Congressman Gowdy said, pointing that out.
We can't find these survivors. I'd love to interview the survivors, but the administration is doing everything it can to hide them. They're dispersing them around the country. And of course, the CNN report shows that even CIA operatives who were there are getting intimidated from above.
Including changing names, creating aliases. So you stop and think, what things are most calculated to get at the truth? Talk to people with firsthand knowledge. What creates the appearance or perhaps the reality of a cover-up? Not letting us talk to people who have the most amount of information, dispersing them throughout the country, and changing their names.
You can read the Gowdy letter that he fired back to the Department of Defense in full on our action page. Obama said Benghazi was a, and I quote, phony scandal, close quote, and yet he put all of the Americans who were in Benghazi in a witness protection program to hide those people from Congress. Can you imagine? Can you imagine that? So here is what we are demanding of Congress. Both branches of Congress have the legal authority to arrest and try people for a charge called contempt of Congress. Congress's jail cell needs to be used, and these federal employees need to see the insides of it. There have been multiple times throughout history that Congress has arrested people for contempt and held them in jail. The United States Supreme Court has upheld this practice in at least 2 separate cases. This is a biblical tactic that we are supporting. As pointed out in the Old Testament in the book of Ezra, chapter 7, verse 26 there reads, "Whoever will not observe the law of your God and the law of the king, let judgment be executed speedily on him, whether it be death or banishment or confiscation of goods or imprisonment." The State Department and the Pentagon are acting as if they are a separate government. This is wrong. It must be stopped. And because of the flagrant attitude of the employees involved, jail may be the only answer. If an ordinary American received a subpoena and told the judge he was too busy to comply, do you have any doubt that he would end up in handcuffs? Congress has been cowardly in dealing with Obama's lies. All patriotic Americans must demand Congress arrest and hold Obama's Benghazi cover-up team in jail until they testify. This is legal and biblical, and therefore we Christians need to speak out. Here is how you can help. You will see on the page following my closing an express set of instructions on exactly what you need to do. But in the end, you need to demand that Congress start issuing arrest warrants to compel testimony from Obama's lackeys. Follow the instructions. Take action now. This is Charles Benninghoff signing off and wishing you freedom, fulfillment, and God's many blessings.
Satan can't make me doubt it. It's real and I'm gonna shout it. I was there when it happened, and I guess I ought to know.